Hello everybody, welcome to a new video. Today what I want to do is first of all start a new project on a new camera that I've got. I say new, it's 1950s, but this is a Kodak Duaflex 2 camera, which I'll tell you more about in another episode. But like the previous one, this takes Kodak's 620 film, which, as I've already explained, is no longer produced. However, luckily, the film 620 is exactly the same as 120 film, which you can buy. The difference is, though, it's on a different size spool. And so what I did previously was buy some 120 film that had been pre-rolled off a 120 spool onto a 620 spool. And that's fine if you want to do that, and I was quite happy to do so as a first time experience. However, you pay extra for that. Just to give you an example, the 620 film I bought I think was around about £12, whereas this film now, which is just 120, it was £5. So you can see there's some difference, and obviously, you know, prices vary. I'm not saying you have to pay that much, but you know, why should you pay at all if you're prepared to do it yourself? So that's what I'm going to have a go at. So I bought some new Ilford black and white film 120. This is ISO 400 as opposed to the 100 I got last time, and I've also ordered some colour which won't have arrived yet, just to mix it up a bit later on. So what I need to do, I've got one that's already open here. So here's the film. Let's get this out of the way. So it's pretty obvious straight away that the spools are different, as I say, but the film is not. It's identical. So different diameter, different socket there for the driver, different height. I don't know whether that's easy to see on the film, but there's different height or width, if you like. So basically, this won't fit in that camera straight off, and so what we're going to do is basically roll this film off this spool onto this one. Obviously then, though, it will be at the end, so we then need to roll it back onto another one, which is why I've got two here. And what we hopefully will end up with is a nice fresh film ready to use on the correct spool to fit in the camera, but we'll have to wait and see. Now obviously, if I were to unroll this now, I would be exposing the film to light and therefore obviously completely ruining it. So we need to do it in total darkness, and this is where it gets a bit tricky. There are quite a few videos on YouTube on how to do this techniques. I do recommend you watching a few. However, I'll put a link in the description for one that I've used that I think is quite clearly explained. He does it on dummy film to show you how it works. Obviously I won't be able to show you because I'll be in total darkness. I don't have a dark room, sadly. You know, quite expensive setup. Maybe one day, who knows. In the meantime, we can use what's known as a film changing bag, or sometimes called a dark bag. You just get these out of the way, and it is literally that. It is a light proof bag. Okay, they come in different sizes. They're not too expensive, Amazon and eBay, etc. But as you can see, we have two sleeve holes, if you like, to put your arms in to actually do the work inside. And if you're putting in anything that's bigger than what I have, there's a zip at the other end for a big opening. But basically, I can hopefully, if I follow the instructions properly, do everything inside this bag without seeing it, doing it by feel and touch alone. But like I say, do have a look at the tutorials to see if that's something you'd like to try. Some people choose not to. Some people, like I say, buy the pre-rolled film, or alternatively, they manually modify the 120 spool to fit in the camera, you know, by trimming it down and sandpapering and that sort of stuff or whatever. I didn't like that idea. I thought I'd give this a go. It looks straightforward enough, but like I say, we'll have to wait and see. So let's give it a go. Okay, so inside the bag I have two 620 spools and the film that I've mentioned already. one tip immediately I would say is that I've taken my watch and a bracelet I wear off. Simply the fact that these armholes are quite tight, which obviously it has to be to keep light out. There's actually an outer sleeve and an inner sleeve as a protection, but it just makes life a little bit easier. I'm going to speed this process up because I could take a while at it and I don't want you bored and switching off halfway through. But yeah, well, I'll try and time exactly how long it takes so you can see sort of how labour intensive it is. Okay, I have managed to roll the film off the 120 spool onto the 620, and one thing I found immediately is, and I appreciate they have to be tight, but I'm really getting my circulation cut off by those, so I'm just going to take them out for a quick breather before trying again. Right, I have now successfully, as far as I can tell anyway, being blind, successfully rolled that back onto the other spool. So I'm just going to tentatively bring a hand out and see what we've got. I have to say it was trickier than I thought, but a lot of it is down to the fact this bag really does cut your circulation off. Oh, well, it looks like it's on there. Let's just bring the other spools out. I'm going to have some tape actually to stop this coming unravelled, although I'm going to put it straight into the camera so it can stay there for a moment. Yeah, hard to describe obviously without showing you, but the film has obviously got backing paper on it, and the backing paper at one end is taped to the film so that when you're winding the camera on it doesn't come separated, but it's not taped to the other end, so when you're transferring it back you've got to look out for the film coming loose and make sure that goes on the spool, otherwise you could end up rolling just paper on and all the film actually being unravelled. But I'm just going to hold that on there for the moment. But it's on, so with any luck I haven't done anything too stupid. Obviously time will tell. At the end of the day, that saved me, several pounds on the film. So definitely worth trying. I do think if this works, I shall be doing it again. My poor old arm suffered from that a little bit. But there we have it. Okay, obviously it shows unexposed. So let's hope that is true. So what I can do now is load that into this camera. Oops. If I just bring that across, roll it. Just like on the previous camera, there's a little red window on the back here. And so once we close that up, we can wind on until we see the first frame number. There's a little bit of a countdown to sort of prepare you, which is nice. So other than that, we're ready to go. In the next video, I'll take this out for a shoot and you can see it in action and I'll explain more about it. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, share, all the usual things. I am most grateful for all of you for doing that, and I'll see you next time. Thanks very much.